I just took a cruise on Celebrity Silhouette with Celebrity Cruises and wanted to give you guys a video tour of the ship and let you know what it's like, so stay tuned. It is Cruise Fever here, bringing you this video tour of Celebrity Silhouette today. This is the fourth of 5 Solstice class ships with Celebrity. Silhouette was launched in 2011, is 122,000 gross tons, has a capacity of about 2,800 and a crew of 1,500. Here are just a few brief clips of the ship to give you an idea of what we're going to look at today in this video tour, and then we'll start at the pool deck and go from there. There is a cabin tour at the end of the video. We did have a sky suite, so you can check that out in just a little bit. We will start out here on deck number 12. This is the pool deck or resort deck. There are 4 hot tubs that you see around the 2 main pools. Here's just a brief time lapse of walking around the pool deck and then going along to the side and giving you a little glimpse of the solarium, which we're going to look at in greater detail in a minute as well. So because we did have a suite, we had priority boarding. We were able to get on the ship before a lot of people were there. So you see this pool deck pretty much doesn't have anyone on it. On a regular day, it was a little bit crowded. Each lounger has a towel. And it was nice not having to worry about checking those out and checking them back in. Here you see a lot of the loungers on the side of the pool deck. I like how they spaced them out. And this is the little smokers area that they have on the side of the pool deck, as well as one of these interesting hammocks. There's one on each side as well. Going up one deck from the pool deck, we have the masked bar on one side, and on the other is the masked grill where you can get a hamburger, french fries, a hot dog, and there's also an ice cream station there. Here's a really nice jogging track that goes around deck number 14, again, the deck that is right above the pool deck. And this is probably my favorite part of the ship, the adult-only solarium. See the nice padded loungers, each with a couple towels, and the pool was heated a little bit. Wasn't very hot, just slightly below body temperature probably. Just a great place to relax. You don't have to worry about the wind or being too sunny. There's a hot tub on either side of the main pool. Here's one of them. And nice seating out these large windows as well to take in the views from the solarium. And you have Aqua Spa Cafe right within the solarium where you can get some coffee or some water or juice, and they have these snacks throughout the day that are available as well. So we are still on deck 12, Lido deck, moving forward, and we're going to check out the Salon and Barbershop and the spa. Here is the salon area, and here is the barbershop for the men. And this area is where you can have your pedicures done. This is the front desk for Canyon Ranch Spa Club, where you can check in for your treatment and also book a Persian garden experience. Here's the men's locker room. The ladies' locker room has a dry sauna as well, but it has a nice view of the ocean. It was about 167 degrees Fahrenheit when I was in this dry sauna. I was able to get a day pass for Persian garden on the first day, which is when they're still doing tours and everything, and you only have about half a day, so it's a little bit cheaper, but it gave me a chance to see what it's like and really enjoyed these loungers, and the heat coming off of them was just magical. And I was told that a chiropractor actually designed the shape of those heated loungers. On one side of that heated lounger room is this herbal sauna, and on the other side is this nice steam room. And to rinse off, you can use this cool shower with 6 water jets and fiber optic light. I just love the tile work on these walls as well. As we go down these steps, this is where you're going to go if you have a massage booked. Go through this hallway and you'll end up in the Relaxation Lounge that you see here. And this is one of the rooms for a couples massage. And if that's just too much relaxation for you, you can check out the fitness center, which is right next to the spa. This is all the way forward on the ship on deck number 12. A variety of great treadmills and ellipticals and different kinds of equipment. And there's also some free weights that you can use, some exercise balls, and a spinning room, or a room where you can take spinning classes or do aerobics. Now we're going to jump all the way up to deck number 16 and check out the Solstice Deck. This is a great place to come relax where it's a little bit away from the noise of the rest of the ship. I found it typically very quiet, but also very sunny up here, so a great place to work on your tan. You will find a water fountain up here, as well as some great views. Here's one at sunset looking out over the ship. Looking down just one deck below, you will find the basketball court on deck number 15. It can get a little bit noisy if a lot of people are playing, but on our cruise I didn't really notice any issues at all, but not many people were playing. Also some awesome views from just forward of the basketball court as you see this shot over the bow of the ship. So a great place for sail away as well. And there are a few loungers on either side of the basketball court. Still on deck number 15, we're moving back on Celebrity Silhouette, and we're going to check out the lawn. Yes, that is real grass on this ship. There is over half an acre of it on deck 15. Lawn Club Grill is where you can enjoy some Alfresco dining. It does cost $60 per person. And not very far from Lawn Club Grill is the porch, where you can also enjoy some Alfresco dining. This is more of the seafood variety. It costs $30 per person. And as you can see here, it has some really great views of the ocean. Those oversized chairs are a great place for a photo op, and there are hammocks on either side of it. And you see just behind that some of the alcoves. You can rent these out for the day. It lasts from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. To rent one of these alcoves costs $99 on a port day and $250 on a sea day, because that's where most of the demand is. Still moving back on deck 15, there's a Bocce Lawn on either side of the ship. And sunset bars in the very back. You'll see the views that you can get from this area. It's a great place to relax and hang out. And you can also access the buffet from this area through those stairs, which will go down in just a minute. Does that scene in the background look familiar to anyone else? It probably is very familiar if you've done a lot of cruising. As we go down these steps, they have this little table and two chairs kind of right between the buffet and sunset bar. Usually it was reserved, but at that time nobody was in it. So here we have the very back of the buffet. I love that they have this outdoor seating. The seagulls were an issue, but let's check out Ocean View Cafe. This is the buffet on Celebrity Silhouette. We'll take a look at the overall feel of the buffet and some of the food stations that are offered. I really like the variety of food that was offered on Celebrity Silhouette. Celebrity seems to do a great job at their buffets with this. Of course, the food quality was very good as well, but have everything from your carving station here to some Italian food, and they have Mexican food and Asian food, and always nice and fresh. There's even an ice cream station here for soft serve or hard ice cream. I don't know what the other option is. Either way, you can see it here for yourself, and they also have some toppings you can put on there yourself after you get your ice cream. Or you could just keep it healthy and go with the garden fresh salad. They have some great variety for making your own salad as well. So I'll let you see some of the food options available here at the buffet. Here's one of the drinking stations, some juice and water and coffee. They do have Lavazza coffee, which I love. And this was one of the biggest pans I'd ever seen in my life, so I had to get a little video shot of it, as well as some sauces you can put on your steak or food. And for specialty coffees and drinks, you can go to Il Secondo Bacio, that is right in the buffet. We'll look at Cafe El Bacio on deck number 5 in just a little while. We're looking at Sky Observation Lounge now. This is on deck 14 all the way forward. Some live music will take place here, as well as some interactive games. But throughout the day, it's often very quiet and a great place just to sit back and enjoy these large windows and the views. You can check your daily planner for the kind of activities that take place in this lounge. In the daily planner, it is called Sky Lounge, not Observation. They shortened it a little bit. And now we're going to go down to deck number 11, and from this shot you can see the library. So we're going to check that out, and here's one of the corridors showing what the elevators look like and some of the artwork along the walls. A lot of great artwork, by the way, throughout the ship. I love the openness and the spaciousness of this library. Not only is it 2 decks, but it's right off the atrium, so you have this great feeling of openness as well. Don't feel confined like some of the libraries on other ships. The real tree you see here in the atrium is a signature icon of Solstice class ships. We're going to go down another deck to deck number 9, where we have the card room. This is the game room. There were not a lot of games there, but there are nice tables where you can play games. And the Hideaway is a really cool feature on Solstice class ships. Here it is on Silhouette. Shows the many different nooks and crannies where you can just kind of curl up with a book or take a nap. It's always quiet here. There's also a station for coffee and tea. So it's kind of a better place to read than the library, in my opinion. They got these little nests. It's very organic space, and just a really neat hideaway, as the name details for us here on Silhouette. We are down on deck number 6 right now to check out the Celebrity Eye Lounge. This is where you can go get on the internet or check your email. You can also take classes on how to use a Mac computer, and you could also even purchase products, a computer or a Bluetooth speaker. They have some other items there for sale in the Eye Lounge. Down on deck number 5 now, I wanted to show you the Embarkation Deck. There are a lot of lifeboats along the ship, but there's also some places for seating and checking out some ocean views closer to the water as well. Deck 5 all the way forward is where you will find Silhouette Theater. This is the upper portion of the theater in the balcony here. They had a great magic show and a great comedy show that took place. The magic show was like a little bit of magic mixed in with comedy, and a young man, 21 years old, by the name of Trent James, did the show. Did a fantastic job. So I wanted to give him a little shout out. So we're outside the theater now, moving towards the back of the ship, and just wanted to give you a brief glimpse of some of the shops and brands that you will find along the way. If you're in the mood to buy something, you want to get your shop on, there's a lot of places to do some shopping on Celebrity Silhouette. That's the entertainment court on deck number 4, and after you came out of a show, often they were starting up some kind of game show and some kind of fun activity there in that area. World Class was open from 5 p.m. till midnight, and this is kind of right between all of those shops on deck 5. And before I show you the rest of deck 5, I just wanted to give you a brief glimpse of the atrium and looking down at that main stairwell and the chandelier up top. You have these bird cages with these video screens of birds on the inside. It was kind of a neat little piece of art. Sushi on 5, as the name suggests, sells sushi on deck number 5. You pay for each item individually, so you don't pay per person. It just depends on what you order. I always found an excuse to walk by Cafe El Bacio, or is it Baccio? You can correct me in the comments if I'm pronouncing that wrong. They always have all these snacks and cakes that you can get, as well as specialty coffees. Usually the snacks didn't cost anything, but coffee, I think it was about $6 when I ordered one. But I really love the decor and the seating from this cafe. You can also get some Italian gelato just on the other side of the cafe. Keep in mind there is an additional charge. This is one of the busiest parts of the ship, the Ensemble Lounge on deck number 5. You have a lot of specialty restaurants off of this and other lounges, and a lot of artwork along the way as well. So we are in the Ensemble Lounge walking toward the back of the ship. You will see the bar there in the middle. There's also a specialty restaurant off of this area, and Michael's Lounge, which is for suite guests only, we'll look at just after this. Here's some of the seating along the lounge. There's some special live music that will take place in this area. I have a little clip of a classical duo. And we'll check out Michael's Club. Again, this is for suite guests only. This is where your concierge will take you when you first get on the ship and explain some things to you. This is where you will go to have your priority disembarkation. If you want to get off the ship, they will cut you in front of the line. There are some drinks you can get here for free. Everything you see in that section there. And also you can get some coffees and teas. Don't cost anything extra. Murano is one of the specialty restaurants on board Celebrity Silhouette. This is where you will find contemporary French cuisine. The cost is $65 per person. This is also where my muster drill took place, by the way. And there are 3 more restaurants past all of this artwork, but we'll take a look at some of the art along the way before we take a look at those. Cuisine is the restaurant where you will find La Petite Chef. This is the restaurant where an animation will take place right on your table, and these little animated characters will prepare your food and throw it onto your plate, and then your actual dish will come out. I don't have any video of the animation. You can check out our Celebrity Edge video to see some of that, but the cost is $55 per person to eat there. Blue Restaurant is for those that are in the AquaClass cabins. It is known for its clean cuisine. I know people that just love this restaurant, so if you want to eat here, you do have to book an AquaClass cabin. But some great food and some great quality of food there. I'll try to remember to link to an article that we have about the advantages of booking an AquaClass cabin. Tuscan Grill is in the very back of the ship on deck number 5. This is your contemporary Italian food. You see the barrel theme that they went with throughout this space. You can get some great aft views out those windows, and who doesn't love Italian food? The cost is $60 per person, and it's open from 6 to 10 o'clock. And as you can see here, they really did go with that barrel theme throughout the space. We are now on deck number 4, moving down the ship. This is the main dining room. The Grand Cuvee. I don't know if I'm pronouncing these things right. Hopefully I am. I'm sure someone will correct me. But this is a great, elegant space. I love the design of this room. You have these rib-like pillars going up, this beautiful chandelier. Just a really inviting space. It is on decks 3 and 4. The early seating is at 5:45 p.m. The late seating is at 8:30. And there is celebrity select dining from 5:15 to 9:30. Keep in mind that for fixed seating, the entrance to the restaurant will remain open for 30 minutes after the assigned time. Cellar Masters is right outside of the main dining room. It is open from 11 a.m. to midnight. And on the opposite side of that is the Martini Bar, also on deck 4. Show some of the seating in the space here. Here are some more shops on deck number 4, right below the ones on deck number 5, but I love the nice high ceiling going up 2 decks, and we have some video of some of the inside of these stores as well. And the art gallery is right across from these shops. And if you're feeling charitable, there is Fortune's Casino. I don't have a lot of video of it. They don't like cameras in these places, so it's kind of a shaky video, but it gives you an idea of what the space is like. It's a pretty large casino on this cruise ship. I don't know if smoking is allowed or not in here, but when I walked through, I didn't notice any strong smoke smells. Future Cruise is where you can book your next vacation, and you can get a better deal since you're currently on a cruise ship. Kazar is the lounge where some of the karaoke took place. Also in the morning, sometimes they did video game competitions in this area. And this is right outside of the entertainment court that you see on the left side of your screen. And there is entertainment court again. I have a couple clips of some of the games that will take place after the shows were over. Celebrity Central is where you would go if you want to catch a movie. A really nice movie theater here. They usually showed the same movie throughout the day at several different times, so you can check your daily planner to see what movie was playing that day. And we are now all the way down on deck number 3. There is the Shore Excursions desk and the Guest Relations desk. There's an ATM machine right next to that. And a bar, the Passport Bar, right there, right off the atrium. Some of the live music also took place in the atrium, so people would sit right here and listen to it. Right next to that piano is where the music took place. And here's a shot of the atrium from deck 3 looking up. And I can't say enough about how amazing the staff was at Lumini. This is the restaurant where you will eat if you are a suite guest. So here's what the space looks like. The service was just amazing. Loved it. I miss it already. I'd love to go back just so I could be in that restaurant. Shout out to Sony for doing a great job serving us. So here's a tour of the suite. This is a Sky Suite on deck number 12. This is the same deck where the pool and the solarium would be. The space is huge. I love how big this space was, but even better are the amenities that come with having a suite. I'm probably going to write a post on Cruise Fever about some of the advantages of having a suite. I know it can be a little bit expensive, but this was a 2-day cruise, so it didn't cost a whole lot more to be able to book that. So it was great to be able to get that experience. A very luxurious bathroom with a beautiful tile and a deep tub. You have 2 different shower heads. You have the rain shower on top, then you have the wand there attached to the wall. And there's a scale in there as well. And some great high quality bathroom products that you can use. So if you are trying to stay on top of your weight, you can keep tabs on it with that. It did not move during my cruise vacation. So a very nice bathroom. One thing about the door, you want to make sure that's all the way closed because you see the proximity with the main door. And sometimes you couldn't open the main door if the bathroom door was open halfway. So you have a couple robes in the closet and a large umbrella. This is also where life jackets are going to be. The lights turn on automatically when you open the door. And you see this is where you will find the safe, a laundry bag, there's some binoculars, and another smaller umbrella if you don't want to bring that large one. There is a 24-hour butler that comes with this stateroom. And priority boarding was also offered. As I mentioned before, I was able to get on the ship a lot earlier. As you can see, there's a ton of storage space, so plenty of that. I think it's just under 300 square feet in the room, and the balcony is over 70 square feet. So a really large balcony too. There's a couple outlets for plugging in your electronics. And also the phone that you can use to dial straight to your butler or concierge. And in this drawer is your hairdryer as well as a mirror, like one of those magnified mirrors that you can use. I didn't have a chance to use this, but there is a Bluetooth speaker available in the room too. So that is a 40-inch television, and here I'm showing the mini fridge as well. But back to the TV, I found that there's a lot of free on-demand movies. There's some you can pay for as well, but plenty of options under the free side of things. And it's a very useful TV for looking at your itinerary, for looking at your account, for looking at information about the ship, and offered a lot of TV channels for live TV as well. So let's check out this balcony. As I said, it's very spacious, nice table in the middle. Both of those chairs recline almost all the way back, and we have a footstool as well. You can't see it too well in this video, but right after this clip I have another that shows the overhang that extends over the balcony. Oh, here it is here. And at first I was like, oh, it's not going to let in a lot of sun, but then we got rain the day we came back to port, and it was nice that the balcony stayed completely dry because of that overhang. And it also keeps the noise down from the deck above, so really nice feature on the ship. So that is my tour of Celebrity Silhouette. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. Again, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it useful. And if you suffer from cruise fever like we do, please feel free to subscribe, like this video, and follow us on all our social media platforms.